Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be reacting to Mr. Nightmare 3 chilling true Blizzard horror stories. I was, thinking about if I wanted to do scary horror stories on this channel, and I'll try out this one. Y'all let me know what you think about it, if y'all want me to keep doing them. I'll keep doing them if y'all want. I may try them every now and then. But yeah. Mr. Nightmare, if y'all don't know who Mr. Nightmare is, it's kind of weird how you found this video. But Mr. Nightmare, he's almost at 5 million subscribers. But he is by far the best horror story YouTuber, in my opinion. Probably following behind him would be Chills. So Chills and Mr. Nightmare are probably the best channels for horror stories. Anyway, let's get on into it. Story 1.
My friend Carlos and I would always go out shoveling people's sidewalks after big snowstorms to make some quick cash. In like 2013 or 2014, our town was in the midst of a blizzard. It was dark, windy, and snow was building up fast. Our school already announced it would be closed due to snow the next day.
Damn.
So with nothing to do that night, and it being only like 8 p.m., we went out with our shovels and started ringing doorbells.
I wish I could see snow.
For cash.
Florida.
We got a lot of no's before we got our first yes. We made around $15 each on our first house. We made our way across the neighborhood. A lot of people weren't interested, and most people just wouldn't open their doors. We got a second house eventually, and made a little more money on that one. And I remember a long gap between that house and the next house that would say yes. It was a small corner house, but usually corner houses would pay more. We rang the bell, and the door cracked open, but whoever was on the other side didn't show their face. They did, however, speak from the other side. A deep man's voice said, "Who's there?" I pitched our snow shoveling service to the man on the other side, requesting $40 in return since it was a corner house. There was a short silence. Then the voice on the other side said, "Oh yes, please, $40 is fine." There was a hint of nervousness in the voice. I said all right, and then the door shut. I didn't see the man's face at all. I turned to Carlos and said, "That was weird," but we started to shovel.
Hell nah. See, I'm gonna need a $20 deposit. Okay, if I'm gonna do some type of work, I need a little something first. Alright. So I know you fuck with it. Cause if I do that shit and I don't get paid, that's my fault for falling for that shit. So I would've got a little bit of money, at least half. A little deposit.
Worked down the walkway to the driveway. Carlos worked on the sidewalks. I couldn't help but stare at the house every once in a while. And at one point, when I turned to a window as I was throwing the snow from my shovel onto the ground, I saw who I assumed to be the homeowner. He was standing at one of the windows, watching me. Could I see anything of his face? Not really. He was standing in a dark room.
Which, it would seem weird, but you're kind of shoveling their driveway. So, I get it. You better not stare for a minute, though. You better see, watch a little bit and go drink some cocoa or some shit.
A little uncomfortable it made me, but I tried my best to ignore it and continue shoveling. Of course, I'd occasionally glance back, and he would still be there. Eventually, I finished the driveway. Just around the same time Carlos finished the sidewalks. So we started our way back up the walkway to the front stoop.
Honestly, if I'm working on your house or some shit, I don't care if you look at me the whole time, honestly. I really don't. Because people are sketchy as fuck. If I had someone working in my house or some shit, I'd be doing the same thing.
But before getting to the stoop, the door opened, and the man inside shouted, "Go around back." Carlos and I froze, looked at each other, then obeyed his command. Stepped through the snow-covered grass to the backyard gate. I opened it and pushed it through the rising snow, which was slightly difficult. Then, there we were, in the man's backyard, which had a small awning that we stayed under to get out from falling snow. We waited by the back door, expecting him to come outside eventually with our money. We waited for over a minute and started getting antsy. He started pounding on the back door since there didn't seem to be a door there.
See, that's where y'all
the
fucked
sound
up.
of the window being rotated open, followed by the man's voice again, saying, "Come inside."
No.
Carlos and I looked at each other again, and I led the way in through the back door.
No.
All the lights in this house were turned off.
Oh my God.
It's actually so hard to see anything really.
Man, fuck that. Y'all see it's dark in that house? No, bitch. You get the fuck out. Seriously? Man, I wouldn't even go in the man's house. Fuck that shit. Nah. You don't know what type of fucking saw shit he has in there. Fucking you hit a tripwire, your fucking torso's cut off or some shit. No, man, you don't go in people's houses. I don't give a damn. Fuck that shit.
"Hello?" I said. I heard a man's voice from another room call, "I'm counting your money on the table." It seemed he was inside the kitchen, which was connected by a
Bro,
small
you
door.
gotta count $40? You know how easy $40 is to count? What do you got? You got fucking $1 bills? You don't carry 20s, 5s, 10s? I don't carry 1s, bro. Unless it's all I have. Sketchy.
But through the room we entered from. We walked closer to the kitchen, which appeared to be lit up through the window only by the streetlight standing on the side of the house. I stood at the doorway, intending on looking through the crack of the door to see where the guy was standing in the kitchen. I couldn't see through the crack because it was blocked.
You're gonna be met with a kitchen knife. Uh-huh.
The man was standing on the other side of the door, looking through the crack.
Oh.
I turned and pretended I didn't see him. I made up some bold, like telling
You
Carlos we forgot something.
fucking man. Y'all, he better say we're leaving now. If Mr. Nightmare does not say we got out the house after I unpaused this shit, man.
Went outside. We left the house, and the man didn't say a word. As soon as we got outside, we grabbed our shovels and sprinted away from there. All of our hard work shoveling that house was for nothing. We got back to my backyard.
What I say? Gotta get the deposit. Gotta get a little something first.
Put the shovels away and went inside to warm up and rest for a little bit.
Man, y'all
Carlos
fucking
and I chilled
stupid.
for a little bit. Then it was time for him to go. He went out the back to get his shovel, but he came back inside, concerned, telling me to come take a look at something. There was an extra, fresh set of boot marks in the snow. You may ask how we knew. That's because one set trailed from the gate to the back door to the shed in the corner of our backyard. Carlos hurried back inside, and he told my mom. We live in a very poor, relatively unsafe neighborhood, so my mom was quick to believe us and get 911 on the phone.
Man, fuck 911. I know y'all can't see it, but y'all, I got a shotgun right there. You think I'ma call 911? Huh? No. No. I'm gonna go out there with Mr. Shoddy, put a shell in the chamber, or whatever the fuck's in a shotgun, and I'm say hello, to say the least.
Police showed up relatively quickly considering the horrible driving conditions, and they went to investigate the shed. Carlos, my mom, and I watched through the back window as the police pulled out a man from the shed. He had a matching shirt from what I could see through the window back when we were shoveling that property. He was undoubtedly the house owner. He later admitted to police that he was going to attempt to break into the house when we all went to sleep. Why, however, he never answered. Police also said he was very intoxicated when he admitted this, which made me think, what on earth was he going to do to us in that kitchen if we didn't leave his house?
Yeah. See, man, you know, I think now I wouldn't be, you know, if you're older and go in someone's house, it doesn't bother me too much. But if you're younger, like a teenager, you cannot think straight when you're a teenager. So all this shit, come in my house, doesn't register to you. When you're 14 or 13, it doesn't register. You just go, okay. When you're my age, you go, why? Hey, can't come outside? Can't hand it to me through the window? Why the fuck you want me to come in your house? And why the fuck is it dark in here? Huh? I don't like this. Man, fuck that shit. If you have a little yard service, like if you go around mowing people's lawns or something, don't go in people's houses. You know, if you ask for water, have them bring that shit out or something. People are sketchy, bro. Don't fuck up. Don't do it.
It was an early December night, and we were having our first snowstorm of the year. I was in my bed watching some low-budget Christmas film while texting various friends. Mostly my friends George and Pat.
A low-budget horror film? Bro, low-budget horror films are awful. Like, have y'all ever scrolled through Netflix horror movies? They're all shit.
In-person group chat. Everything was as it should be.
Man, fuck you, that scared me.
As a bang came from the window right next to my bed. I opened the curtain, but there was no one standing out there. Then,
that's when I grabbed the shotgun.
How? There was another, as I was still looking out.
Oh hell no, I'm gonna fucking shoot you.
It was a snowball. Someone was throwing snowballs at my window. I stood on my bed to get the best possible view out the window, but I didn't see anyone standing out there in the snow. So I actually lifted open my window to call out.
No you didn't, bitch.
It was almost immediately after I shouted out the window, but I heard someone's laughter. Not a child's laughter like I was
what
expecting.
type of fucking laugh?
It was a deeper voice. Could belong to anyone from the age of 17 to 40 for all I knew.
Man, that sounded like a 50-year-old woman laughing.
I shut the window and started texting in our little group chat saying I knew it was one of them messing with me. The fact that
man, why the fuck do y'all assume that? Even if you got goofy friends that fuck with you, don't assume that shit. Don't. You know how many stories I've heard of someone's house being broken into, a door handle being jiggled or some shit? It's just my goofy friend. Then y'all get fucking killed because you thought it was your friend. Nope, it was a motherfucker with a Glock. Now you're dead. Don't assume shit. Man, I don't give a fuck. I'm not assuming anything. Doesn't mean I'm going to shoot them. I'm just gonna, you know, walk out with the shotgun. If it's my friend, I'm about to go, motherfucker, you scared me. Go home. Man, don't assume shit. I don't know why everyone does.
Made me even more confident. I didn't close the curtain as I knew whichever one of them it was, they weren't done messing with me. And just like that, another snowball hit my window.
Hell no.
I lifted the window up quickly to try and catch them. And there he was, standing in the snow, waving to me. But it wasn't either of my friends.
Really, Mr. Nightmare, you gonna put that jump scare noise in there?
A black beanie and a black coat with gloves on, laughing. He started approaching the window. I hurried and slammed it shut and twisted the little lock.
Oh, you wanna laugh at me? You wanna laugh at me? Okay, you wanna say hi to Mr. Shotgun? You can say hi. It says hi back. Oh, you walk you walk towards my window. I'm pulling the trigger, man. I feel threatened. It's my property. I'm sorry. You know. Nah. And some people will get mad at me for shooting them. You want that creepy motherfucker walking around out there? Maybe he chooses your house next. How about that? Like people shooting unarmed robbers and shit in their house. Like, first of all, have you never heard that it's your house, that's your property? If anyone is trying to break and steal someone else's property, they should be shot. I don't give a fuck. if you're a piece of shit that would take someone else's earnings, or you know, their materialistic items, you should be shot. I'm sorry. That's how I think.
So that he couldn't look into my room. Both of my friends had texted back by now with question mark responses. Then there was a single knock at my window, and it started being fiddled with and shaken. He was trying to lift it open.
Oh, one more thing. Get a gun. Okay? I don't give a fuck if you're anti-gun. Keep some sort of gun in your fucking house. Especially if you have a family. Keep something. You can have a baseball bat or a knife, but what if they know how to block that shit? What if you go to swing that knife or that bat and they grab that shit? What now? I wouldn't say get a shotgun. They kick hard as shit, and they have spread like a motherfucker. I would say, you know, get a little SMG and 9mm. Perfect for home defense.
When it all stopped, I waited.
I would go more in detail, but
it seemed the coast was clear, so I finally went to go tell.
I keep fucking up my words. Did y'all hear that? I said gore. I meant go more into detail, but I'm not gonna gore into detail. Dude, I am fucking up my words.
He came to have a look out my window. Sure, my dad believed me, and he literally saw the footprints in the snow, but he just didn't see it necessary to call the police, figuring whoever was out there gave up.
Nothing the cops can do.
Dad turned on all the outside lights just as a deterrent, and then they went to sleep. I stayed up in my room with the lights off, continuing to watch movies. My door clicked open.
Literally, we've had people try to break in our cars. Video evidence. We have cameras. Cops can't do anything. They can't. The first kid that tried to break in our cars, we found his name. That's it. The cops can do something if you have a name, if you have a very clear description. But if you have video just of them, the clothes they're wearing and shit, what are they gonna do? From experience, they really can't do anything. Especially in this situation, with no video. Didn't really see the guy's face wearing all black. You know, can't really do anything.
I said get out, assuming it was my little brother. The door shut, so it seemed he listened to me. Silence, except for the TV. I watched for a long while. Then a click in my wood floor. I turned, halfway through repeating get out in a louder voice, and realizing it was not my short little brother. It was that tall man in the black beanie and coat from outside. He started waving to me again at the doorway, and put his pointer finger up to his lips. He started walking over to my bed. That's when I got up, ready to defend myself. He approached faster now, easily grabbed me, and covered my mouth with his leather gloves.
You better, man, you stupid fuck. So he's in your room, you don't yell dad, you don't scream, nothing. Man.
White towel on his glove that he was pressing to my face for a long time. I tried to break free and scream, but I couldn't. And that was the last thing I remember before everything went black.
Oh, you fucking got choked up.
I woke up in my living room with my parents and police hovering over me. An ambulance arrived shortly. My dad heard the commotion going on in my room and came to find the man over me. My dad, much larger than that man, managed to overpower him, but not long enough before the police could arrive. He ran out the front door and disappeared. I was quickly brought to the hospital. Thankfully, I was alright.
Yeah, you're fine.
If you're wondering, the man climbed in through our downstairs window.
What the fuck? Y'all don't... Man... Lock your fucking windows. And get a gun.
It's a little-known common courtesy out in the mountains during...
I already said it, but I'm saying it again.
Seeking shelter in your cabin, you let them in. No, I wasn't the one offering that courtesy to someone else in the story. I was the one seeking refuge. It was supposed to be a long weekend of hunting, but what started as a cold, sunny day quickly formed tons of dark storm clouds.
I want to go hunting.
I quickly found myself right in the middle of a blizzard.
Ooh.
After a full, rather unsuccessful day of hunting hares, I was way too far and disoriented to make my way back to my cabin.
Those are rabbits, by the way.
Somewhere else. I came across a log cabin nestled between a circle of trees. No lights on, but I still had to try the door. I hit the door with my fist a few times. No answer. I could hear footsteps on the other side, approaching the door. I expected it to open, but it didn't. I shouted that I'm lost and need shelter. The door cracked open, and I heard a voice say, "Come in, leave your boots by the door." I waited a bit, expecting him to open the door fully and formally greet me as anyone would, but that didn't happen. So I pushed the door open myself and entered the dark cabin. The room was lit by 2 candles, just enough for me to see the couch that the man then told me to sleep on. As for the man, all I saw was his silhouette on the far side of the room. The little light from the candles didn't extend that far. I dropped my bag and gun on the floor and laid down on the couch. I thanked the man for...
Hell no, you meet this man first. You let me in your cabin, I'm shaking your hand, introducing myself, fucking telling you what I'm there for. You get to know the man whose cabin you're about to sleep in. Huh?
Letting me crash here till the storm blows over. He didn't answer. His behavior wasn't the most bizarre thing. Folks are strange up in the mountains. If he wasn't up for conversation, I'd just get some early shut-eye. I closed my eyes. Though the level of darkness with my eyes closed wasn't much of a difference. I was subconsciously waiting to hear the man's footsteps leave the room, but they never did. I opened my eyes, and his silhouette was still in the corner of the room, just standing there.
The fuck?
I felt the need to say, "Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get some sleep now, thanks." No response. I turned to my other side so that I wouldn't be tempted to just keep opening my eyes to check on him. Some time passed, but without having heard his footsteps, curiosity was eating away at me.
Man, it is bad enough doing this type of shit in the suburbs or the city. When you're up in the mountains with no one around, yeah, I feel anything fucky. If my body tells me a little something sketchy's going on, I'm out. I'm out. Plain and simple. Nope. Fuck that shit. And if this man brought a handgun with him, I would keep that bitch right. I'd keep that on me. I don't care. I'd have it concealed in my waistband. I'd have my hand near it at all times. I don't trust anyone.
I turned over to look again.
This guy does.
I swear to God, the silhouette of the man was closer by at least a few feet. I couldn't make out his face. A slight glow from the candles would just barely trickle around the man's forehead. What I saw was disgustingly pale skin. I quickly gathered my belongings and thanked him, but I said I had to go. I didn't look at him anymore, because I don't think I wanted to know what he looked like. I put my boots on outside and hurried back into the blizzard. I came across another cabin down the hill, this one with the lights on. I knocked on the door, and some old man and his wife answered the door.
Hey.
They welcomed me in immediately and were very inviting. They gave me some hot tea and offered me a spot on the couch. I told them my story about the freaky cabin up the hill, and the two looked at each other, puzzled. The woman confirmed 2 times the cabin I was talking about. Then she said, "Honey, the owner of that cabin was murdered 2 years ago. The cabin has been vacant ever since."
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, damn. That explains that then. That's dope though. Found a cabin with the lights on, a Dude, have y'all ever met an old couple? They're cool as fuck. Not everyone, obviously, but they're normally pretty cool, pretty nice. Man, those are some fucked stories. I'm gonna say it for the third time. Get a gun. If you're in America, get a gun. If anything, get a shotgun. If you're a little woman, don't weigh much, 5 foot, don't get a shotgun. You know, if y'all know anything about guns, get a submachine gun chambered in 9mm. Not much recoil, which means it doesn't kick much, and it does the job. And the reason I say SMG instead of like an AR-15, because if you have a family, an AR-15, the bullet will go through the person and through drywall, so it may hit a family member in another room. So I'm still going to keep it very short. 9mm, handgun, whatever. Just probably not a shotgun, not an AR. Get a fucking gun. Defend yourself. That is all. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. I ranted a lot, so I'm sure y'all didn't. I'm sure a lot of y'all clicked off this video by now. I like to rant. Anyways, if y'all enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you have not already, subscribe to Mr. Nightmare. The link to the original video will be in the description below. Thank y'all very much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Peace out.